Hello everyone, live from CNN London. I'm Bianca Nobilo in for Hala Garani. Tonight, more than 120 people are dead after record-breaking floods, with many more missing, and the danger may not be over across Europe. We begin in Western Europe, where people who are able to return to their homes are finding catastrophic scenes, and the destruction isn't even the worst of it. At least 120 people have died, and many more are missing, as record-setting floods batter several countries. The deluge was triggered by record rainfall that swelled rivers to bursting. Germany has been the worst hit so far, but fears are growing in neighbouring Belgium. The acting mayor of Liège telling people to evacuate the riverfront city. Rescue workers are trying to get as many people out as possible. You see them here using inflatable rafts, and even helicopters to airlift people from rooftops. Officials say neighbouring countries are also sending help to try and save more lives. The German president puts the blame for what's happening squarely on climate change and is calling for urgent action.
Only if we take up the fight against climate change decisively will we be able to keep extreme weather conditions, such as we are experiencing now, in check.
Let's explore how much climate change is at play here with CNN meteorologist Alison Chinshaw. So Alison, we've been hearing from scientists that climate change is to blame. What's your view as a meteorologist? Is it climate change that's driving these floods?
Yes, Bianca, it certainly plays a big role. When we talk about extreme weather events, there kind of is a scale of the events that we have limited evidence or events that we have very strong evidence. And some of the strongest evidence really is tied to heat waves and even heavy rain events like this one in particular. Now, the reason behind that is when you have a warmer atmosphere, it's able to hold more moisture, which means as these systems come through these areas, they're able to produce much heavier rain events than they would have been had the atmosphere been a little bit cooler. And here's some of those numbers coming in from this particular system that moved through. Look at this, 190, 207 millimeters of rain. These are 24-hour totals, but keep in mind for some of these areas, they got this in just 9 hours. So you're talking a tremendous amount of rain that's coming down in a very short period of time. One thing to note too, Cologne, their average July rainfall is only about 87 millimeters. They picked up 154 just in one day. Even that 87 that's normal would have been spread out over an entire month. And these areas were getting it in just such short doses, which is why you ended up having such extreme flooding in this particular case. Also notice the same areas kept getting hit over and over again as this system, very slow moving as it made its way across central Germany and even central Europe. Now, a similar event, heavy rainfall event, happened in May of 2016. This time it was France and Germany. There were studies that were done afterwards to really look at it, and what the research showed was the warmer climate itself made the event about 80 to 90% more likely than before man-made climate change would have had an impact. And unfortunately, these are the scenes that we were seeing from both Belgium and even Germany, with all of that high waters moving a lot of those cars and other things as well. Now, the question really becomes, where is the storm now? Because it has started to shift a little bit farther to the south. So heavy rain, and yes, the potential for flooding exists, Bianca, for just different places now. Now the focus becomes Italy, areas of Switzerland, as well as Croatia for the next few days.